Hey everyone, we're here at the studio. I'm with Jessica. She is the shop guru. She takes care of all the stuff at the shop. Kaylee's our cameraman today. Thank
Hello.
God. Nick doesn't know how to zoom in. I had to be like, Nick, you're supposed to move forward, but oh well. And then Amy is gonna monitor the questions that you may have. So we'll try to answer those. So make sure you ask anything that you need to know. But we have a lot to go through, and it's a lot of like little itty bitty technical stuff. So the one thing I do want to say first off is that um, our birthday giveaway was a huge success, and you will be getting lots of prizes. 758
Of something.
of something are going out into your packages. Although that's not counting the 54.
Correct.
Correct. So that's pretty good. And I just want to just point out one thing though, that and when I do this stuff, I kind of just at the last minute decide what we're gonna do, and I'm like, hey, we're gonna do this, but I don't really like always think through. So just so you know that in those orders on the 23rd and the 24th, we can't do like if you sign up for a block of the month, that can't count. The pre-orders don't count. The freebie or the everlasting finishing kits don't count. So if you're mad, it's my fault. Okay. I don't, I can't remember to do everything. So please forgive me if that's the only thing you ordered, but, we can't do that. Those are already got deals or discounts built in, or they don't come in yet. So we don't want to like hold your order and then how are we going to remember and to
Right.
ship the other things? But that's my fault. But hopefully it doesn't matter. Okay. So what do you want to talk about first, Jess?
How about Primitive Christmas? Because everyone wants to know a little bit about it.
Okay. So, Primitive Christmas is our annual event that we do every Christmas. And I kind of think of it as it's our present to our loyal customers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we've been doing for I don't know how many years now.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So, but this year is going to be different.
Right. Just because of the situation across the country, we've decided to do it completely virtual, which means nobody coming into the shop because we don't want to turn anybody away and say you need to sit in your car until somebody leaves, that kind of stuff. So we want to keep everyone safe this year. So this year, completely virtual, and it's actually going to be for a full week. So it'll be from November 23rd through November 30th, which includes Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday. And then that means then that the store will be shut down then from November 23rd through December 1st, which is that Tuesday, because we're always closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
So we'll recap this stuff.
Yeah, we'll recap everything.
We'll put it in an email or a shop blast or something like that.
Just so that nobody's planning on coming, because we do know a lot of people plan to come to the store with their girlfriends, have a good time. But this year, we just have to play it safe, keep everyone home. But we still have a bunch of deals and steals for you guys. So.
Yeah, we're still gonna make it a lot of fun. And you said it's going to be more exclusive this year than ever before.
Correct. So this year, if you spend $40 or more, you're going to get the 3 free patterns that Lisa designs for the event, plus a free pincushion kit. And then your email address is going to go into a pool so that every time we have a coupon coming up, you're going to get a reminder that, hey, Valdani's on sale or Threads on sale, that kind of stuff. But a little bit different this year because we've started doing downloads. If you choose to download your patterns and your coupon book, you will get an additional free pattern from Lisa.
All right, and you're talking about the free patterns that I give out.
Yep.
And we'll still ship them the pincushion kit.
Correct. Because that'll come with your order with everything else. But your coupons and your patterns, you will download yourself, and if you do that, you'll get the additional downloaded pattern.
So now I have to do 4?
Now you have to do 4.
Oh, okay. It'll be worth it though if we don't have to print all of that stuff here.
Right. That saves us a lot of time and energy, and of course paper as well. So this year you'd have to put your download into your cart in order for it to be done then.
Okay.
So something a little different this year.
All right. So that's our Primitive Christmas. And again, it's usually our biggest event of the year.
And if you place an order from now until then, you're going to get a reminder about it. You'll see it on our blogs, on Facebook. You know, it'll go out for a long time to remind you when it's going to be, and so that you guys don't forget about it.
Okay.
Let me do the stitch box.
All right. So the holiday stitch box. This is it's not a subscription box, but it's just a box that we put out every year as a present to yourself. So it's not Christmas, but it's something that you would buy for yourself as a surprise because you don't know what it's going to be in there. But it's a $150 value, and we only charge you $100. Does that include shipping?
Yep.
Okay, so $100 flat, doesn't matter where it's going. You need to order it by November 20th, though, so we can get all of our numbers in advance. And when does that ship out then?
It'll be the first part of December. We'll
Okay.
get them out.
So, wow, we only have 10 days to. Okay, we've done some things like that before.
Yeah.
So, okay, but we kind of plan ahead. We
Yeah.
kind of know how many we sold last year, but it's a lot of fun, and like I said, it's a present to yourself. So look for the holiday stitch box coming up in our post or on our site. Where is it on the site?
I actually just tell you guys to type in like holiday or type in stitch box into the search engine up top, and it should pop right back up for you. It's in the new section, but unfortunately when we add more new stuff, it gets further and further down. So usually if you type in just one keyword up into our search engine, it'll pop up for you.
Yeah, and it's not a Christmas box, it's a holiday box.
Yep.
Because I'm always having Christmas box. I'm like, oh no. I can't. I'm like, Jess, where is it? She's like, it's holiday. I'm like, okay. All right.
Amy, do you got any questions for us?
I don't so far.
Okay.
What makes it a tree skirt as a kit? Hold on to your horses.
Hold on to your horses. Yeah, we're closer every time we do one of these lives. Closer, closer, closer. Okay, so then let's talk about the subscription box.
Yep.
So our wool subscription box for November is full. So we don't have any space in that one. However, what's going to happen?
Come January, we'll have space for the January box. So that means that you can start signing up at the beginning of December. So we just need to make sure that all of our boxes go out in November and they get to the place where they're supposed to be. And then we know kind of exactly how many boxes that we have available for in January. So it's kind of a double check just to make sure we don't oversell anything and we make sure everyone gets their boxes.
Okay.
First part of December, we should have some available for you all, and I'll post something on Facebook.
And then just to like go over our holiday or our subscription box is every other month, and then automatically charges on like the 15th.
The 15th of every month. So the billing cycles from the 15th through the 18th, and then after the 18th, we get a list of all the people who've been denied, and that means that we call you guys and let you know if you have been. But then we're able to start mass shipping everybody. But we do have to wait for that billing cycle to go through.
Yeah.
But it's every other month. It's $66 if you just want the gray box as is to come to you. And it's $72 if you want it to be in a protective box. And this is all domestic. If you are international, I believe it's $83 for you guys.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive for the international. So look for that coming up. You will be able to sign up in January. We know for sure that there will be some spots open for that one. Okay, the 2020 mug.
I think some of you guys had asked about that. We have done our ordering for that. So we have cut that off. We will have some left, but we won't know how many we have left until after everything rolls out for that. And that will be the beginning of January.
Okay, and that's our yearly mug that's dated.
Yep.
And this year is a reindeer.
Yep.
Yeah, a cute little reindeer.
We do have some gingerbread and some snowflakes left over from the previous 2 years.
Okay. So when we'll put them on somewhere during like the holiday event or something like that, we do have some of those left over.
Have little gifties.
Because some people will break them or and need to replace. Amy, you got a question?
Are there more everlasting blocks coming? What if we missed any?
the everlasting block. So you have 2 more left over in your November box. If you've missed any, you can call the shop and they will help you with whichever ones you've missed. So you just tell them when you started and they'll know which boxes that you need or which blocks that you need to get.
Yeah, so find out which ones you do have, and then they are numbered. So you'll be able to figure out which ones you don't have. Yep.
And what happened to Jess's arm?
I just had to have wrist surgery, so
Yeah.
nothing big.
From concerned
She
friends.
says she's better than most with one arm.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we have left? Do we have, oh, okay, let's save the block of the months for last,
Okay.
right? So I just want to say that we did get our t-shirt orders in for the Moda Blockheads or the Stitch with Lisa. I have 2 of the shirts here. These are the Raglan baseball shirts. We do have V-necks and long sleeves. We are going to put the extra ones that we have on the site. So we do have some left over of certain styles and sizes, but we don't have everything. So if you missed out on that and you want one, you'll be able to order those soon. So look for that as well. They're like $28, $30, somewhere around there. Okay, so, all right. What do you got? Anything else?
Not anything other than
The block of
Blocks
the
of
months. Okay. So if you have any questions about the block of the months while we're talking about it, make sure you ask because Amy's watching. All right, so let's talk about the obvious one here. First one.
is sunflower gatherings. I had given you guys a poll as to which previous blocks of the month that you might be interested in. And the 2 biggest ones were sunflower gatherings, which I knew would be a big hit because everyone always asks if we have any more kits to it. So we're bringing back sunflower gatherings.
When does it start?
It starts in January. As you can see, it was done 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So there will be a few substitutions in the fabrics and in the wool textures that you see because we can't get them anymore, but we will stay on the same color scheme. It'll be just as beautiful as the original is.
You won't be able to tell the difference because these are all reproduction fabrics and we still have a lot of those. And then our wools, what just means by, like, we might not have this exact gray texture, but we'll put one in there that we think is very good. We're not going to give you something that's not going to work because we really take time to make sure when we do make a substitution, we look at what part it's going in and making sure that it's going to work with what it's going with.
Yep. So this one's going to be a 14-month program that starts in January. It does start charging in December, and we do that so that we can start shipping out right at the beginning of the month. We don't have to wait for that billing cycle to hit you guys. That just makes it a lot easier, but then that means that your last block will be quote unquote free.
Yeah, you paid in advance 1 block. And I just want to point out with this one is you're going to get a applique block and a pieced block. So you actually get 2 different blocks on this one at a time. So you're piecing and then you're appliquing on that one.
Yep. And this will be $25 a month. That includes shipping. And this, all the prices that we're giving you are domestic. If you want international, just log on and underneath our blocks of the month, and that will give you everything there. But we do have the option of the pattern, the threads, and backing fabric. So it's a complete kit, however you would like to pick and choose on that recipe, I guess. That's all on that one.
Okay, what's next?
We can do Twilight Garden. A lot of you had actually had called and requested, and we said we only had full kits available. But we called all of you and said, hey, we're doing it as a block of the month. Do you want to do it again? And so a lot of you had opted to do it as a block of the month. This one is 15-month program, and this one does start in January, just like the sunflower gatherings. This one's a little bit different because at the beginning it has an essential packet, and the essential packet is going to be your background fabric, and we have to do that because you get all 8 yards of that up front.
Yeah, so you're not getting a hunk for your blocks and then a hunk for your borders later on. We want your fabric to be all from the same dye lot So therefore you get it all at one time.
And some of you know from calling because you accidentally made a mistake or something that having to match up the blues doesn't work very well.
Right.
So this is going to be the original way in which it's done. If you so choose that you've seen it in the red version or you've seen it in the gray version, and I've seen it a couple different ways. If you want to do it in a different background fabric, just let us know. We'd be more than happy to help you with
Are they
getting a
both
different
available?
color. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
The red's available too.
Back in
I've seen
stock
it.
now?
Yep.
Okay, good.
One of the questions I just got in regard to the sunflower
Oh,
gatherings,
yep.
can they get a wool only kit on that?
No.
No. No. It's all package deal.
This one then is $33 a month for 15 months. Just like the other one, it charges in December, it ships in January. I
Okay.
love that one. We actually had a lady who loved it so much that it actually, when she passed away, it actually went into her coffin. Which I think is amazing because her friend finished it up for her and got it all taken care of, and they did it. I think that's
Wow.
pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. It's a lot of work though.
Yeah, it definitely was. But,
But hey, if she wanted to go with it,
yeah.
yeah.
And I know she was making, I think, Live a Thankful Life, and her friend is finishing that up for her as well for her family. So
Okay.
that's
So
really
there are some things left
Yes.
behind.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
And then I know you guys had gotten a teaser with Debbie, and she had talked about the Santa, the tree, the turkey, and me. I don't know if you can see that without a glare on it.
So this is the whole pattern, and the size of this one is surprisingly it is only 36 by 41. So it's a little quilt, but it has a lot going on and a lot to keep you occupied, a lot of embroidery stitching, but very primitive looking and very sweet. We love this designer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to be doing it on our primitive muslin. So it's on 10/40/22 if any of you guys know those colors or wanted to see it online.
So this is Debbie's first block.
Mm-hmm.
She just started stitching.
And you can kind of see the colors that she is going to stay true to.
So are we gonna have groups for these?
Uh,
One of the questions.
Yeah.
depending on how many people, yeah, I'll be
So
making
maybe
groups.
we'll talk to Debbie and see if she can
Yep.
man this group and post nice close-ups of her blocks and which wools went where, because
Yep.
Just because you get the pattern doesn't mean you know where
where everything goes.
So
Yep.
we'll make sure we facilitate that as well. I'm sure Debbie will be game for that.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
And that's $21 a month, and it's only 7 months.
Yeah, so this one's 7 months.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And then
And-
you have threads and
I have threads available. Obviously, the pattern if you need the pattern or not, because a lot of you purchased the pattern.
Yeah.
So anytime you see on our blocks of the month if it asks you if you need a pattern or not, that means that it's not included in the price. I know we had a couple of questions about that, but we do know because a lot of these are older things that we bring back that a lot of you do have the pattern. And we don't want to make you purchase the pattern again.
yeah, we don't want to include it in if you already have it.
Right.
Right.
So this is 7 months. It starts charging in November, and it's going to start shipping in December. So you'll get in the holiday spirit with your stitching on this one.
Yeah.
Can you go back and go over the cost of Twilight Garden again?
Sure. Twilight Garden is going to be $33 a month for 15 months. It does have an essential package, which you do have to purchase. That's the background fabric, and that is $114. So you get 8 yards of flannel right away when you get it, along with your block.
And then there's optional thread kits
Yep.
and
Backing,
backing.
pattern. If
And then
need
when
it.
you see, like, somebody had a question I saw on one of the things that you have to press yes or no to go on. So when it says backing fabric, you have to say yes, you want the backing fabric, or no, you do not, before it lets you complete your order on a lot of our block of the months, right?
Yep. And that's the same thing with our kits as well. It's going to pop up and say, do you want the pattern or do you want a kit? or a thread kit, you do have to say yes or no for it to go through.
Yeah, and that's just to make sure you know that we have the things available and that you're not just assuming that they come with.
Right. And it also allows you to think, do I need threads for this project? Yes, I do, or no, I don't, because when I get it, I want to open it up and get started.
Do we put threads for all the thread lists for all the blocks of the month?
Yep, they're actually in the description. I have a list of all the threads used. Otherwise, they are in the related links. They can go
So if you already have a bunch of the threads, then maybe you just purchase the ones you don't have.
Mhm.
So you don't need the thread kit, but then you can go on and purchase the
Yep.
other ones.
through.
Okay.
Definitely.
So yeah, so a lot of work goes into these ahead of time.
Mhm.
So we make sure that you have everything you need.
Right.
Okay.
One thing I do want to say, because I know a lot of people have been asking, we do not have our thread cases or project cases anymore.
Yeah.
The people that supplied us with it no longer are wholesaling, so we have not found another alternative yet. So if
Yeah.
anyone has any questions about that or
Yeah,
has
it's
any
kind of a
new
bummer.
things, let us know,
Yeah.
because we are looking. So
For a new supplier
Yeah.
or something.
yep.
Okay.
Any questions, Amy?
Nope, not that I can.
Okay. So do we want to
Perfect.
walk over to Moon Garden?
I don't
Okay.
have the information for that one, but
You don't?
I can get it, I'm sure.
Okay. So if we're going to take a little walk over here. And this is Moon Garden, which Luke has just quilted. This is one of our customers, and we think it turned out fantastic. Although, you know, nothing can take the place of custom quilting, this edge to edge with the nylon thread going right over the top of everything, we think it's pretty spectacular. So, this block of the month, is that what you're looking for, Jess?
Yeah.
All right, so while Jess is looking for the details on how much this one is, we did run this as a block of the month, and then you could do a pieced version to finish it or an applique version, but we are only doing the applique version for the block of the month.
It's 34
So this one is $34 a month
for 13 months, I believe.
for 13 months.
Yep, 13-month program.
Yeah. And just pop on the blocks a month and you'll be able to find all the information on everything that we've talked about. And this is still, you know, got all the fuzz from the batting yet, but we'll lint roll that before it goes home.
The only thing I want to say about that though is that it's not done with the different backgrounds. It's all the black.
Yeah. So we don't have these black backgrounds anymore. So it'll all come with just this as each block. I believe mine is that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was one of the first ones that we did as a block of the month. But mine, if you look on the pattern showing on the website, it shows with all the dark. And I don't know, I don't think I have this in. They're just sewn together.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I left my blocks bigger at 18 inches or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, so we think this is beautiful. And I think we have a lot of projects to choose from for the blocks of the month starting at the beginning of the year. The hard part is going to be picking which one you want to do. All right.
I have a question on the Moon Garden.
Uh-huh.
Some of the gals that did it with us as a sit-along,
Mm-hmm.
that went with the other finishing kit, have now decided they prefer this one.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way we can provide a wool finishing kit for them?
That is something that I have to talk to Lisa
We
about.
would have
That
to
a couple
explore
people
the
have
cost
called about. Yes.
Effectiveness?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll look into that. All right, then. I think we have one more thing to talk about. The tree skirt. So this is Darcy's tree skirt. It just came off the long arm this morning. So it's ready to be bound. So we will get this up on the site soon. Amy, did you find the sheets we have, the cutting sheets and the stuff for this?
I did not.
So
Give us a day or two.
yeah, give us a day or two. We're gonna do a light and a dark version. But we should have everything that we need to get it on the site now. We just wanted to make sure that, one, that we could quilt it, and two, because I don't think I'm gonna quilt mine. I think, but after seeing this, I might change my mind. Because I think, you know, instead of like doing it like a regular mat where I'd have fusible web around this edge and then put a backing on, that us quilting this and then, you know, putting this on the bias on the edge is going to be super cute. So I might change my mind and have mine quilted as well. So I promise within a week, I don't want to say a couple days. Give us a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Luke wanted you to talk about?
What do you want me to talk about?
The quilting.
Oh, what did he say?
Luke is ready to accept some more blocks of the month or quilts that have wool applique on it. He just wanted to make sure that, you know, it could be done,
Right.
and they got it perfected, I guess you could say.
Yeah, well, he just wanted a couple of them under his belt. So he didn't want to say, oh, yeah, we'll quilt your wool applique quilts until he had a few of them done. And I think this is about 5 or 6 now that he has done.
Mhm.
And we figured out all the nuances with the tensions and the threads and all kinds of things now. So I think he feels pretty good about it now.
Mhm.
And I think it's a great job. It's a great alternative to custom quilting. And like I said, nothing can take the place of custom quilting, but we all can't afford custom quilting either, especially with the wool applique. There's a lot of people that won't do the wool applique quilts. So I think there's nothing wrong with going over edge to edge on these, and this
Yeah, it
just
looks
to
really
prove
nice.
it. Yeah.
What is the approximate size on that skirt?
I believe this one is 55 by 55. It has shrunk a little in the quilting, but I think it started off as 58 by 58. So I don't know where it shrunk, but
Had to have a little
3
bit.
inches is a lot. So maybe he's just didn't measure it, but I know it started off as 58. But you know, if you're measuring from here to here versus, you know, point to point,
Right.
that might make a big difference. So we'll be calling Darcy today to come pick up her tree skirt. Yeah, just look at how cute that turned out. So this is a little holly berry swirl in here that turned out super cute. So see the little holly and berry?
How does it get around the tree?
How did this one?
Yeah, they don't see a hole.
Yeah, well, Darcy didn't want to put a hole in hers because she's going to actually set her tree on top.
Just gotta pick one.
Yeah, she's got a fake tree and she didn't want to cut a hole in. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you could slit and make the hole. That's not a big deal. You just have a lot more to bind.
Does that make a difference with the quilting then?
No, you would still do it afterwards, I would think,
Okay.
because you would just bind this
Right.
right in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Nope, I'd still think you would cut it after. Yep. Because you wouldn't want that cut
Right.
and then try to put that on the
Right,
machine.
right.
Yeah, and oh, just to point out, what we decided, because wool has a thickness and there's some thicknesses on top here, that we put in a layer of flannel and then homespun for the back. So there's no batting in here, just a layer of flannel and then a homespun backing. Okay. Anything else, Amy, that you have? No?
There was a couple of questions earlier regarding the Jukies,
Okay.
the special edition ones.
Uh-huh.
And do you have any more? How are you gonna do this?
So I might have a couple more.
Because we are sold out.
I did. The website says we're sold out, but I think there might be 2 because I don't think I gave Judy the right number to put in.
Okay.
So if you do want one, get a hold of Jessica somehow. call the shop and we'll take care of you. I didn't want to oversell them and me not be able to get rid of them.
Right.
But if I'm able to get more, I will call today too to see if I can get more. But we're so excited about getting them.
Mhm.
So, okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you again.